Fellow tennis nerds, I hope all is well. Today I want to talk about the Pacific racket. I've tested some new ones and an old one. This is the classic Vacuum Pro 90. You might know this from the Fischer Vacuum Pro 90 that Michael Stich used to win Wimbledon. And it's the same mold. It's a little bit of an update with the Basalt X and technology like that. Plays buttery, just a beautiful frame to play, but 90 square inches today is not really so forgiving. So on defense, you're gonna get into problems. But yeah, still plays like a beautiful frame. And if you like old school rackets, maybe you have more of a flatter game, and you love that buttery feel of the 90s, you know, the 90s range rackets, also from the 1990s, then you will enjoy this one a lot. I really do. Alongside the Prestige Classics, these are two legends in the game, or the Pro Staff 85. So the mids can still perform. You're not gonna play your best tennis in a match unless you're really a flat hitter that wants maximum precision on your aggressive flat strokes. But Xfeel Pro 90 Pacific frames are not always so easy to find. Thanks to them for sending me these demos. You go to the Pacific website and check them out there. They have a new one though, and this is the X-Force Pro 308. I tried that, the X-Force Pro 308 and the Pro 1, the classic. I don't have it here on me, but that's the one that Marcos Baghdatis rose to fame with. He was a Pacific or Fischer player throughout his career and did really well. And both of these rackets, they have the same mold, the same string pattern, 1620. This one has a bit of a beefier weight and a beefier swing weight. Even with this pretty soft Pacific string, it's up to 329 in swing weight when I measured it. A nice solid frame. It does play with not the biggest sweet spot. As you can see with Pacific frames, and I talked about this before, they are pretty narrow in terms of the racket profile. So they're not the easiest rackets to use. So if you're an advanced player that like precision, I mean, you don't need to go to the 90 because these are also very controlled. Actually quite tough to start using. I tried it with a bunch of players like Nikki and Jamie here in the video, and we all struggle to you know, get used to the frame because it is quite narrow. It is pretty demanding. But after a while, I've been playing with it for 2 weeks probably, I feel like it starts to be more easily understood. I would get maybe a little bit more grab if I chose a more shaped string than this Pacific string here. It's nice and soft, but it just doesn't give you that extra spin potential where the ball really digs into the strings and you get that extra rotation. Overall, I like playing with this racket. It has great control, good precision, good feel, no problems with comfort. But I do struggle with the small sweet spot sometimes, and that was the main peeve we all had with the racket, that it's just difficult to use it. It does things well, but you need to be really a highly skilled player to benefit from the control that you get from the Pacific 98 square inch rackets here, the 1620s. Same thing for both. This one has a little bit more open string pattern than the Pro 1. That's very dense in the middle, so it's have more of a flat, low trajectory. Suits some players better. I in the end prefer this one. Feel like I have get a little bit more topspin on the ball. Can control the ball a bit better. That one has a slightly lower swing weight as well. This one comes with the speed zone, so they have some indent here, which is supposed to kind of create a little bit more whip on the ball, and that seems to work. I feel like this one is closer to a modern racket, but with Pacific rackets, I must say I prefer their X-Fast series. When they're 100 square inch, you get a little bit more help. You still have that beautiful feel, spot on quality control from their like zero tolerance thing that they have, maybe the best in the game, and you can really feel the quality just holding the frame. But I do like to have a bit more forgiveness on the rackets. I think for most players, they should look at the Nexus or the X-Fast LT, which I really liked. There's a review on this YouTube channel and the website. That one, the X-Fast LT series, is a great racket with some customization. It plays brilliant. So 98s for Pacific, they play almost like a 95 with the narrow frame. So you need to really hit the ball, middle it, and get a clean hit. And then they play excellently, but it's not the easiest to use. So the 1620 pattern is pretty evenly spaced, but quite dense. So it does lend itself more to precision and control. But overall, good rackets, but tough to use, I would say. So it's not for the faint of heart. But if you want a racket that you don't see a lot among the club circuit, and you want a racket that really, you know, forces you to work on your game and you know, gives you good feel and good precision, you should consider the Pacifics, because they make great rackets. And I think you will see that the quality control of the specs and so on, you know, all the rackets I've tried from Pacific, they've been really spot on in terms of quality control. So I would say they lead the pack when it comes to specs. That's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day and don't forget to play safe.